shot.
Throughout all of our travels through South Korea, there was one place that stands out in memory as being the most fulfilling and the hardest to take in. In the small fishing village of Sinnam, South Korea, you can gain admittance into a park full of delights. And while it might seem unconventional at best, there's actually a lot to be taken away from the whole place.
This is a fulfillment of a lifetime dream. Not going to a park full of pups, but I've never been to one single location that has lent itself so much to puns. Dream big.
At this point, you're probably asking yourself how one little port gets so many erections jammed into it all at once. The story actually begins with a young virgin who drowns at sea within sight of her young lover during a massive storm. As this beautiful and loved daughter of the town drowns at sea, she takes with her all of the town's fish. Tragedy followed the town until one morning a bright young fisherman, who was particularly well endowed, decided to answer the call of nature into the sea. That day, he returned with the greatest catch of his life. Later that day, he told his story, God knows to who, but the township eventually realized their mistake. The young woman had died a virgin and thus unsatisfied. So everyone went out to try the theory, and sure enough, it worked. From that point forward, Sinnam made a law that 8 erections had to be mounted annually for her pleasure. And so the tradition has stood strong throughout the test of time.
That's the island she died behind. Probably in a storm pretty similar to this. And
is she out there?
Yeah, you can actually see there's a small statue of her, arms outstretched in a hanbok. And I believe around this ridge there's a gold or bronze statue of the boyfriend as well, who could not make it. I don't know if he's leaving or what, but there's our virgin.
The Sinnam Penis Park has more members than a country club in the South. Some of them done more artistically than others, but all of them firmly affixed. Sinnam brings in 8 new aspiring young artists every year to try and get this project off the ground. Some of them a little more ambitious than others. As for the park, it only costs 4,000 won to get in.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was raining, but kind of taking care of things. So the weather's actually gotten much better. I can only imagine what the catch is going to be like today, considering. Yeah.
Sinnam receives over 100 applications every year, but ultimately only the best of the best make their way in. After all, it is pretty stiff competition. If you're looking for something to get you up and out, consider the Sinnam Penis Park. Rarely will you find an experience quite so arousing.